Alright, here we are back in the AI Ministocks series. I'm honestly surprised I qualified pole. I know I say that a lot, but gestured my outside. Bubba Rain's behind me. Looks like Creetzer next to him. I think that's Kyle back there behind Reigns. But yeah, this is race 9? 9 or 10. We're like halfway through our Florida swing, so after this we got New Smyrna, and then I think Wilkesboro's after that. But where it stands right now, we are either 21 or 28 points ahead of Bigfoot. I can't remember. And I see him third row, I believe. I think that's him. No, that's Runner. Okay. Well, either way, we got 50 laps here to get it done at USA. And this is another one of the fourth gear tracks. And let me just start by saying the differential in qualifying between first and 15th was happy second. So if I want to win, I got to be on my A game. Having a teammate next to me, that gives me some ideas, but I don't know. I think we're going for a win today, if possible. I just have to make sure that I get this first lap almost flawless, otherwise there will be some issues.
Get something to drink, get ready to go here.
Hope Jester's ready.
Great day.
Second, I'm in that box.
Green flag. Outside. Still out there.
I don't know if I got the line right or not. Kind of going slow. I don't like having somebody on the outside of me here.
Clear outside.
Because he's able to carry a lot more speed into that corner on the top side. There's not really a high side in the corners, but there's not a low side going into the corner. The question is, can we get around Jester? We got a lot of laps in order to do it, but like I said, qualifying times, I only had one time that was better than anybody else.
Outside. Still outside.
He's got the run on me.
Outside.
I really don't want to dive bomb at this track.
Still outside. Still outside. Still outside. Whew, that was good. New leader.
Okay, we got it. Even though I absolutely destroyed that entire corner.
Inside.
He's going for a dive. Look at that.
Clear.
That was an awful entry. Still made time though. Still made time. It's very much like the street stock gearing, so once you hit that red line, that's about the time you're supposed to brake if you get a perfect lap. Or at least a solid lap. Is he catching me? I think he's catching me. Maybe not. It's so hard to tell. Maybe not. The only thing that has me concerned now is the fact that this is kind of a drafting track for these cars. I've definitely got a little bit of time there on that lap. Yeah, Lakeland is, I can't even say it's weird for me, it's just I'm not used to these. It's got a much longer straightaway than most of the tracks in this series. This and New Smyrna, they're very similar tracks I've noticed. Granted, Lakeland was never intended to be this way originally. It opened in 93, 94, somewhere in there. It was actually supposed to be like a mile-long mini Daytona. So this front stretch here is actually the original back stretch. Or, no. So that is, yes, that is, no. That was the original front stretch. This is the original back stretch. But for a time there, it was actually the front stretch. So the front stretch was actually a D-shaped oval. I think I got this right. It used to be a D-shaped oval. Where's the figure eight track? That's what I need to know. Or the mini oval. I think right here is the, yeah, that's the mini oval to my left. Oh, hi Jester. I was blabbering on about the track. But yeah, whenever the track first opened, they ran like one race on it, and it pretty much started falling apart on the front stretch. So they moved everything to the back stretch, made a mini oval as they built the track around it for like a season or two, and then they reopened it in this configuration, moved everything back to the other side. Am I gonna have to block Chester? Honestly, kind of wish that the D-shaped had stayed, because it would have been cool to have a 1 mile D-shaped oval in Florida, but it's all water under the bridge now anyways, because it is now a Amazon facility. 15 laps in. 14. But yes, this track is actually one of the ones that technically inspired my my iRacing Missed Opportunities video from like last year. Or I think it was a 2023 video, like towards the end of 2023. But I was thinking about it, like nobody really knows the whole story of USA International or Lakeland. I just happened to stumble across it on like some old historic Florida website. It's like, huh, this is kind of a cool little history. I thought originally about making like a untold history or whatever, and then it came into like turned into like an unused track configurations or unused tracks that are in like the same parking lots that have been laser scanned already. And that's why like there's a whole segment in that video where it's like unused track configurations, and I'm talking about the figure eight at Las Vegas, or the like multiple road course configurations at Pocono that weren't used, things like that. Yeah, I eventually do want to do like an untold track history thing though. It's like, yeah, there's a little bit of a history description for Lakeland and USA International,
Outside.
but it doesn't mention anything about like the track falling apart and being completely reconfigured after the first season or during the first season. So I think they only ran 1 or 2 races before it actually started falling apart. At the same time, it leads me to believe that if it had stayed its original configuration, it might even be on the NASCAR schedule or still on the ARCA schedule to this day. Because this wasn't actually a track ARCA ran for a little while there. I think ARCA was actually the last Series 2 run on this track. I got very loose there, or very tight and pushed up the hill there on entry. Sorry, I'm like trying to mentally prepare myself to have to run Talladega immediately after this. I feel like I should have put Bristol on the schedule. But yeah, after this race we have New Smyrna. Pretty sure that North Wilkesboro is after that, followed by South Boston and Southern National, or vice versa, and then we go to Slinger for the finale. Slinger finale is going to be fun. Just debating on if I want to make that a two-part video or if I'm going to make it all into one video, because in my head we're running it all in the same day. Jester is steady trying to get around me here, and we're not even at halfway. I'm also not going straight for the wall either, like I probably should be. Like that. Ah, nice marbles. Oh no, kind of felt like there might be a high side here. That's why I don't really try to stay up against the wall. That opening in the wall makes me a little paranoid. It's like old Phoenix in some of the games. Trying to play a little bit of keep away from Jester here. I know I've been doing like video shoutouts or channel shoutouts in the short trek series, but I don't really have anybody to shout out this week. I mean, I do have one person, but he's kind of been silent past 8 months or so, and I know he's dealing with a bunch right now, and I just don't really want to overwhelm him by just sending a bunch of people to his channel and we're like, well, where's the content? Where's the content? And there's plenty of content on there, he just hasn't been uploading. And at this point, I just don't think he really wants to. I think he's kind of in a slump, and eventually he'll make a comeback, and whenever he does, I'll shout him out. I'm sure he knows who he is.
Keep after him, man. I keep telling him. I'm working up here.
I kind of just pop in on him every few months or so and kind of check in on his mental health. Caught up to Richard Tinkle here. Jester still has sight of me. Jester still has sight of me. Is Hickory on this schedule? I really don't know. I just happened to think about that. I don't recall going to Hickory yet.
Doing good, man. Nothing coming out the back.
Unless it was... Actually, we might have already gone to Hickory.
Still out there?
That might have been one of the first races in the series. Yeah, that kind of sounds right.
Clear.
I think Hickory was like number 2 or number 3.
Clear.
I don't know. I just kind of like build the season and drive.
Keep hanging in there, my man. I got 20 laps to go.
20 to go? I dig it. We're actually getting away from Jester here. I'd really like to know where Kyle is.
Lots of room out the back. The gap 2.
Oh, I have to do Talladega after this. Kind of just rolling these corners here. Got a decent gap for now. Hopefully I'm just not completely killing the tires. I might be killing the tires. Might as well just be doing burnouts on a cheese grater. Ooh. Felt it try to push like halfway through that corner there.
Knows you're coming.
Ah, hi Kelly. It's like the third time we've met in this race. Might have to adjust her driver rating. See if I can turn her into a complete menace. She already is, but she's not a menace enough, I don't think. Are you blocking?
Outside, outside. Still out there. Outside clear.
She's easy to pass on the inside. And the tires chirp right there, like he was about to kick the ass end around or something. I got a 4-second gap on Jester. I didn't think that him and Tinkle there were holding each other up as much as they were. I'm mostly just trying to get through this entire series kind of quick, that way I can start doing the late model stocks again or something. Or maybe even go back to my original idea and do like a Pro Truck series. I mean, it wouldn't really be any different than the normal trucks other than the fact that we'd only run on short tracks, so instead of having to limit the power or anything, more or less the driver discretion to limit their power. I don't know, I might kind of leave it to a vote whenever we get closer to Slinger or something.
10 to go this time.
10 to go. It's almost like there's 20 laps to go 10 laps ago. But yeah, I either want to do street stocks, late model stocks, or Pro Truck for the next season.
Earl, get him the fuck out of the way. All right.
Unless they ever go back and do an AI for dirt, that would be awesome. Would love to do dirt AI. Race everywhere except for Cedar Lake. So tired of getting black flagged at Cedar Lake. You passed the pace car. You told me to pass the pace car. Yeah, you get a minute time penalty. Or 1 lap and 15-second time penalty or something stupid. 2 laps later. You're disqualified for not adhering to your black flag. I have the worst luck at Cedar Lake with the black flags, and I don't know why. I think it'd be really fun to do like a Saturday Night Lights series or whatever, where it's anywhere from 3 to 5 different races, or one big race with heat races. Kind of commentate it like the original attempt at the short track Super Series. Any of the newer viewers, they don't know about that, but there was a point there where I tried to have like four concurrent series at one time. One of them was a wild card, so it'd only show up at like certain tracks, but tried running late model stocks, street stocks, or wait, I think the original was super late model, not late model stocks, and I think that's why I went to late model stocks. Because it was supposed to be super late model, pro truck, street stock, and
5 to go.
let's see if I can get this dive bomb.
Yeah, that's nice. Get
The
after it.
occasional legend car.
Outside. Still outside. You're clear, clear.
It was like a 20-something race schedule, I think, like 23 to 25 races, so I would have had to run that many races, try to edit them all down to where I had an idea of how to do it too, and I like
Best I can tell you to
properly
lap down.
attempted it for like 2 or 3 races, and then I was just like, nah, this is too much. Because like I'd post the late model race, but the pro truck and the street stocks and the legends, I'd like kind of do like a highlights video on and go back and force a commentary, like it was almost like multiple perspectives. So sometimes it was like almost like a live shot, and then other times it was like a highlights kind of deal. I feel like I needed more people to do that, or somebody else's voice. Wow, Bigfoot's way back here. I think Reese might get him in points now. Somebody's about to pass him in points, I
Here we
think.
go.
And he is one of the most aggressive AIs in this season. I think his aggression is at 100. It's either 90 or 100.
Nice and smooth, brother. Just bring it home. Outside.
Eckert's holding everybody up though.
Still outside. Clear up top.
I wonder if I can bump
Outside.
Cowboy into Eckert right at the very
Clear,
end and get
clear, clear.
Eckert across the line ahead of a big. Well, he did it himself. Okay.
Outside. Still outside.
Still feel like bumping Cowboy.
Still out there.
Well, came back with a win anyways.
Checker flag in the hand out here. Oh, that's nice.
There's definitely a point there where I didn't think that I'd pull away from Gesture, but here I am finishing almost 10 seconds ahead of him. But yeah, that's another reason why I do want to get away from the Ministocks series, because it just seems like I'm overpowered, and the AI skill and everything like that, they've been buffed. Like from the late model stock series, they have been buffed.
Oh, we're coming in top side of the garage here by Goodyear.
Don't get me wrong, the Ministocks are fun. It's just I don't like to really walk on them like that, and I think the next video I might actually do a back to front challenge, New Smyrna, maybe. Just go out there, put down one really shitty qualifying time, and see if I can get ahead of everybody. Okay, does this setup work for burnouts? Not if you blow it up. Hey, look at that. Smash. Alright, final results. I get the win, Jester comes second, Kreitzer in third, Reigns in fourth, Jackal in fifth, Buzzard in sixth, Duran finished seventh inside the top 10, Runner in eighth, Shadow Snake ninth, Eckert in top 10. So all of Project 13 is in the top 10. Followed by Cowboy in 11th, Bigfoot 12th, Anderson 13th, Brody Gator 14th, Buddy Guy 15th, Richard Tinkle 16th, and Kelly Bitch Tits 17th.